How's it going, everyone? Austin Honecker here. I just wanted to come on here for a while and give my review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite from last night, which was January 12th, 2022. I gotta say, it was awesome from start to finish. For the matches, match 1, it was CM Punk versus Wardlow. That was a great match, but the ending to it, CM Punk went over with a small package. Well, before the match, MJF came out and introduced Wardlow. That was cool. And after the match, MJF got in the ring with MJF got in the ring with Wardlow, and MJF was getting all pissed off and yelling at Wardlow and pointing his finger at Wardlow's chest, and Wardlow got pissed off and grabbed MJF by his hand and was getting ready to break his wrist, but Shawn Spears came out to play peacemaker, and Shawn Spears got in between MJF and Wardlow, and Shawn Spears was trying to calm Wardlow down, but Wardlow left the ring, and MJF and Shawn Spears followed and everything. That was cool. Match 2, it was Dante Martin versus Powerhouse Hobbs. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Dante Martin went over with the nosedive. Well, after the match, Ricky Starks tried to attack Dante Martin, but Jay Lethal grabbed Dante Martin and held on to him and pretty much assisted him and everything. And then Powerhouse Hobbs was getting ready to go at Jay Lethal and Dante Martin, but Ricky Starks held Powerhouse Hobbs back and everything. That was cool. Match 3, it was Serena Deeb versus Hikaru Shida. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, Serena Deeb went over with the Serenity Lock. Well, before the match, as Hikaru Shida was coming out to the ring, Serena Deeb came out and attacked Hikaru Shida from behind with a chop block to the knee, and then started beating the shit out of her and damaged her knee and everything. And then the referee was trying to check on Hikaru Shida, but Hikaru Shida wanted the match to start and everything, so the referee started the match. That was cool. And after the match, as referee Paul Turner and Dr. Mike Sampson were checking on Hikaru Shida was pissed off that Paul Turner stopped the match, but referee Paul Turner and Dr. Mike Sampson were checking on Hikaru Shida, and as that was going on, Serena Deeb got Hikaru Shida's kendo stick and swung it at the referee and the doctor, but they left the ring. The referee and the doctor left the ring, and then Serena Deeb took the kendo stick and was attacking Hikaru Shida's knee with the kendo stick, and also beating the shit out of her with the kendo stick. Well, all the other referees came out to intervene and get Serena Deeb off of Hikaru Shida, and then Anna Jay, Ty Conti, and Sky Blue came out to assist Hikaru Shida backstage and everything. That was cool. Match 4, it was Pena El Cerro Miedo versus Matt Hardy. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Pena El Cerro Miedo went over with the Fear Factor. Well, before the match, Matt Hardy and Private Party, which are Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy, were out in the ring, and Matt Hardy cut a promo talking about how he was in Raleigh, North Carolina, and he was in front of his family and in front of his beautiful family and talked about how he was going to delete Penta El Cerro Miedo in his hometown, in his backyard of Raleigh, North Carolina, and everything. That was cool. And after the match, Alex Marvez got in the ring with Penta El Cerro Miedo, and Alex Marvez was saying, "Malachi Black, Penta has a message for you." Well, Penta El Cerro Miedo took the microphone and delivered the message, and then Alex Abrahantes... Wait. After the match, Alex Abrahantes got in the ring with Penta El Cerro Miedo, and Alex Abrahantes got on the microphone and said, "Malachi Black, Penta has a message for you." Penta El Cerro Miedo took the microphone, translated something in Spanish, and Alex Abrahantes said, "Penta says, Malachi, I'm going to kick your ass, and I'm going to show you, and I'm going to teach you some respect." And then Penta El Cerro Miedo said, "Because I am Penta El Cerro Miedo, and I have zero fear." Well, the lights went out, then the lights came back on. Malachi Black appeared in the ring, and Malachi Black and Penta El Cerro Miedo began brawling and fighting, and Malachi Black got the best of Penta El Cerro Miedo, and as Malachi Black was beating the shit out of Penta El Cerro Miedo, the Varsity Blondes, which are Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison, along with Julia Hart, came out to the ring, and the Varsity Blondes ganged up on Malachi Black, beating the shit out of him, and then Penta El Cerro Miedo joined in to beat the shit out of Malachi Black, and as Penta El Cerro Miedo and the Varsity Blondes were beating the shit out of Malachi Black, Julia Hart was instructing Penta El Cerro Miedo and the Varsity Blondes on something with Malachi Black, but as that was going on, as Penta El Cerro Miedo and the Varsity Blondes had Malachi Black cornered, the lights went out again, then the lights came back on, and as the lights came back on, Brody King appeared, and Brody King attacked Penta El Cerro Miedo and the Varsity Blondes, which are Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison, and beat the shit out of them. And as that happened, Malachi Black got up, picked Griff Garrison up, and then slung him to Brody King, and then Brody King executed a power slam to Griff Garrison, and as that went on, Malachi Black and Brody King stood tall and everything. That was cool. Now, I did forget to add that Malachi Black did attack Alex Abrahantes before he attacked Penta El Cerro Miedo. That was cool, too. No, that was match 4, by the way. Match 5, it was The Acclaimed, which are Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, versus Bear Country, which are Bear Bronson and Bear Boulder. That was a great match, but the ending to it, The Acclaimed went over because Max Caster pinned Bear Bronson with the mic drop. Well, before the match, as Bear Country were already out in the ring, The Acclaimed came out, and as Bear Country was out in the ring, The Acclaimed came out to the ring, and Max Caster done a rap on Bear Country and also done a rap on Sting and Darby Allin, and Anthony Bowens got on the microphone and said Raleigh. Oh, Anthony Bowens got on the microphone and said his signature line, "Raleigh, the Acclaimed have arrived." That was cool. And after the match, as the Acclaimed were celebrating their victory and getting ready to leave the ring, to go backstage, Sting, Sting, Sting came out and distracted the Acclaimed, and as the Acclaimed were distracted, Darby Allin appeared in the ring and attacked Max Caster outside the ring with the skateboard, with the tope suicida with a skateboard, laid Max Caster out, and then Sting attacked Anthony Bowens with the baseball bat, and Anthony Bowens was trying to get the boombox, but Sting hit Anthony Bowens' hand with the baseball bat so many times, and Anthony Bowens didn't budge or anything after that. Well, Sting rolled Max Caster in the ring, and Darby Allin grabbed Max Caster and threw him in the ring, and then Darby Allin was beating the shit out of Max Caster, and Darby Allin executed the coffin splash through the corner, and after Darby Allin done that, Sting got in the ring, and Sting executed the Scorpion Death Drop and laid Max Caster out. And as Max Caster was laid out, Anthony Bowens was on the stage on his knees, getting pissed off and everything, and then Sting and Darby Allin stood tall and everything. That was cool. And match 6, that was match 5. That was match 5, by the way. Yep. That was match 5, by the way. And match 6, which was the main event, it was Sammy Guevara versus Daniel Garcia for the interim AEW TNT title. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Sammy Guevara went over and retained the interim AEW TNT title with the GTH. Well, after the match, David Crockett came in the ring and presented the interim AEW TNT title to Sammy Guevara, and as that was going on, 2.0, which are Matt Lee and Jeff Parker, came in the ring and attacked Sammy Guevara from behind and beat the shit out of him. And then Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston came in the ring and started beating the shit out of Matt Lee and Jeff Parker, which are 2.0, which are Matt Lee and Jeff Parker. Well, Chris Jericho took the baseball bat and beat the shit out of Matt Lee with it and knocked him out of the ring. And then Eddie Kingston was getting ready to attack Jeff Parker, but Eddie Kingston was getting ready to attack Jeff Parker after Chris Jericho attacked Matt Lee with the baseball bat. Well, Eddie Kingston was getting ready to attack Jeff Parker, but Chris Jericho took the baseball bat and beat the shit out of Jeff Parker, knocked him out of the ring, and then Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston were having a stare down and yelling at each other and everything, and then referee Bryce Remsburg got in between Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston, and was trying to keep the peace and everything. That was cool. Now, besides all that, Adam Cole and Red Dragon, which are Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, came out to the ring. Adam Cole had the microphone and was saying, "Is everyone ready for story time with Adam Cole, baby?" And then Adam Cole was talking about how 2021 was a great year, and how since he's came to AEW and he's never been pinned or been made to submit or anything like that, and talked about how he's been reunited with his friends Red Dragon, which are Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish and everything, and then the Young Bucks, and as Adam Cole kept talking, the Young Bucks, which are Matt and Nick Jackson, along with Brandon Cutler, came out, and Nick Jackson was saying, "Excuse me, I know I'm interrupting something, but we have something to say." And Matt Jackson was saying, I kicked COVID's ass in 2 days. Now I'm here. And the Young Bucks continued to talk and everything, but then Kyle O'Reilly was saying, "All right, Matt and Nick, no one asked you." Well, Kyle O'Reilly took the microphone. He said, "All right, Matt and Nick, no one asked you to come out here. We didn't ask you to come out here, and we also did not need your help in Jacksonville." And Matt Jackson was saying, "Yeah, you're right. Maybe you did. Yeah, maybe you're right, Kyle, because maybe you didn't need our help. But Kyle and Bobby," because as the Young Bucks got in the ring, Matt Jackson was saying, "Well, maybe you're right, Kyle. Maybe you didn't need our help. But let me make one thing perfectly clear to both you two, Kyle and Bobby. Let's make this clear. This is our company. This is the place we built. And our goal for 2022 is to get back the AEW Tag Team titles because, newsflash, we are the longest reigning AEW Tag Team champions in the history of AEW." And then Kyle O'Reilly was saying, "Oh, well, what do you know? The Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, you have the same goal that Bobby Fish and I do. Tell him, Bobby." Bobby Fish was saying, then Bobby Fish got on the microphone and said, "Yeah, that's true, because that is our goal, Matt and Nick, to be the next AEW Tag Team Champions. Because our goal in 2022 is to be the AEW Tag Team Champions." And everything. And then the Young Bucks, which are Matt and Nick Jackson, and Red Dragon, which are Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, were staring each other down. And then Adam Cole got in between them and said, guys, listen. Both of you, Matt and Nick, and Kyle and Bobby, you're both two phenomenal tag teams. And we need some friendly competition in this company. So, I'm going to tell you right now, you two are better than the Best Friends. And Adam Cole continued to talk more shit, and then the Best Friends, which are Trent Beretta, Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, Wheeler Yuta, and Chris Statlander came out to the ring, and the Best Friends got in the ring, and then Adam Cole was saying, Orange Cassidy, what more could you possibly want from me?" And Orange Cassidy attacked Adam Cole. Orange Cassidy tackled Adam Cole down and started punching him in the face, and then Trent Beretta, Chuck Taylor, and Wheeler Yuta were brawling with the Young Bucks, which are Matt and Nick Jackson, and Red Dragon, which are Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, and that was a brawl back and forth. And then Orange Cassidy, as he got done beating the shit out of Adam Cole, Orange Cassidy turned around and Adam Cole attacked Orange Cassidy with a low blow, and Adam Cole was getting ready to execute the super kick to Orange Cassidy, but Chris Statlander got in the ring and got in Adam Cole's face, and Chris Statlander and Adam Cole were staring each other down, and then Britt Baker came out to the ring and attacked Chris Statlander from behind, and then Britt Baker executed the curb stomp to Chris Statlander and laid her out, and then Britt Baker held Orange Cassidy down, and Adam Cole attacked Orange Cassidy with a super kick, and then Adam Cole attacked Orange Cassidy with the boom. And so Adam Cole and Britt Baker stood tall in the ring, and they were later joined by the Young Bucks, which are Matt and Nick Jackson, and Red Dragon, which are Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, and Brandon Cutler even joined in too, but Adam Cole was signaling for the double kiss to the cheek from the Young Bucks, but instead but the Young Bucks were getting ready to do it, but Britt Baker pushed the Young Bucks to the side, and Adam Cole and Britt Baker shared a kiss. And so Adam Cole, Britt Baker, the Young Bucks, Red Dragon, and Brandon Cutler stood tall, while the best friends were laid out, because the Young Bucks and Red Dragon laid out Trent Beretta, Chuck Taylor, and Wheeler Yuta. And so Adam Cole, Britt Baker, the Young Bucks, and Adam Cole, Britt Baker, the Young Bucks, Red Dragon, and Brandon Cutler stood tall in the ring. That was cool. AEW aired a video package of the Powerbomb Symphony from Wardlow and his destruction throughout the past few months in AEW and everything. That was cool. Alex Marvez interviewed the Inner Circle, which are Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Santana, and Ortiz, and Alex Marvez brought up to Chris Jericho, saying, Chris Jericho, in 2021, the Inner Circle was voted as the faction of the year. How do you feel about that? Chris Jericho said, well, first of all, fathead, yes, the Inner Circle have been voted faction of the year. And you know why? Because not only are we a team, but we're a family. We're blood brothers. We've been through a lot together, and we're going to continue to go through a lot together, just like we're going to be in the corner of our brother, the interim AEW TNT champion, Sammy Guevara, in his match tonight with Daniel Garcia and everything. And then Eddie Kingston came along and was saying, well, if it isn't Chris Jericho and his posse of the Inner Circle. Well, I'm going to tell... Well, I got one thing... And Eddie Kingston was saying, well, I'm here because I got one thing... I got something to get off my chest. And now, Santana and Ortiz, I'm going to tell you the truth. The reason you both have been held back from achieving your goal as AEW Tag Team Champions is because you're being held back by Chris Jericho. And as Eddie Kingston continued to talk more shit, Santana and Ortiz walked off. Eddie Kingston got pissed off because Santana and Ortiz walked off. And then Jake Hager walked off, and Eddie Kingston was saying, oh, so Chris, you just said that they were your brotherhood. Well, they just walked out on you. What are you going to do now? Chris Jericho said, listen, Eddie. Well, Eddie Kingston was saying, and since your blood brothers just walked out, Chris, how about, why are you getting all up in the business with Daniel Garcia and 2.0, which are Matt Lee and Jeff Parker? Well, why are you getting all up in my business with Daniel Garcia and 2.0? This has nothing to do with you. I want Daniel Garcia because look what he did to my knee, bro. And then Chris Jericho was saying, listen, Eddie, tonight I am going to be in the corner of my brother, Sammy Guevara, against Daniel Garcia for the interim AEW TNT champ title. And I'm going to tell you right now, if 2.0 tries to interfere, I'm going to kick their ass. And if you try to interfere, I'm going to kick your ass too. Eddie Kingston was saying, well, bring it on there, Jericho, because I'm ready when you are, and everything. And then Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston were staring each other down and everything as well. That was cool. MJF came out with a microphone and cut a promo saying, you know, tonight, CM Punk got a fluke victory over the big oaf called Wardlow. And even though CM Punk came out victorious, he still got his ass kicked with several power bombs. So, you people want, since CM Punk won his match tonight, you people want the match? Well, there's no more hiding, no more running away. Because next week, it's going to be CM Punk versus Shawn Spears and everything. And then MJF went backstage and everything. That was cool. Adam Cole, the Young Bucks, which are Matt and Nick Jackson, Adam Cole, Adam Cole, the Young Bucks, which are Matt and Nick Jackson, and Red Dragon, which are Adam Cole, the Young Bucks, which are Matt and Nick Jackson, and Red Dragon, which are Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, cut a promo, and Brandon Cutler was recording it, and Kyle O'Reilly was calling Brandon Cutler Landon Butler, but Matt Jackson said, it's actually Brandon Cutler. Brandon Cutler said, thank you, Matt and Nick. And so Adam Cole, the Young Bucks, and Red Dragon all told Brandon Cutler to shut up. Well, Adam Cole cut a promo and was saying, best friends, we have beaten you several times over and over and over and over again. But next week, I got a surprise but next week, we're going to kick your ass again. And I have just the person with me to do it. And then Britt Baker came along and said, yeah, you heard Adam Cole. Next week, Orange Cassidy and Chris Statlander, Adam Cole and I, we want you both in a mixed tag team match. And everything. And then Adam Cole, the Young Bucks, Red Dragon, and Britt Baker were all just standing there and everything. And they all told Brandon Cutler to cut the camera off and everything. That was cool. Hangman Page came out and cut a promo, had a microphone and cut a promo, and was talking about how 2022 is his year and how he's the AEW champion and how his first AEW title defense was against one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, Bryan Danielson, and how it was a 90-minute match, came to a 90-minute time limit draw, and everything, and then Hangman Page was talking about how he wanted more competition for the AEW with the AEW title and everything, and then Dan Lambert came out and was saying, well, if it isn't Hangman Adam Page, you know, Dan Lambert came out and said, well, what if it isn't, well, Dan Lambert said, well, if it isn't Hangman Adam Page. Hangman Page said, oh God, please shoot me now. And then Hangman Page was saying, Dan Lambert, I came out here for competition. I didn't come out here like a walking Facebook profile. And and Hangman Page was saying, so Dan Lambert, you're going to come out here and disrespect me like you disrespect everyone else? Dan Lambert said, Hangman, you're getting it all wrong. I'm not out here to disrespect you. I'm out here to say that you remind me of some of the cowboys I grew up watching, like Cowboy Bill Watts, Stan the Lariat Hansen, guys like them that weren't afraid to kick ass. And Hangman Page was saying, well, Dan Lambert, if you came out here if Scorpio Sky or Ethan Page want a shot at the AEW title, they can come out here and challenge me themselves. They don't need someone like you to do it for them. And Dan Lambert was saying, relax, Hangman. I actually respect you because, unlike Cody Rhodes, you earned the AEW title. You worked your ass off for it. You didn't use backstage politics to get the AEW title like Cody Rhodes did the AEW TNT title. But I will say one thing, Hangman. You're a disgrace to Dick Murdoch and Blackjack Mulligan because you're full of cowboy shit and everything. And then Dan Lambert got in the ring and started talking more shit, and Hangman Page was getting ready to was staring down Dan Lambert, but then Lance Archer came out to the ring, and Dan Lambert was trying to plead with Lance Archer, saying, calm down, big man. This company didn't do anything for you. And so don't miss your opportunity. And Lance Archer grabbed Dan Lambert and said, I'm gonna knock you out. And Dan Lambert got out of Lance Archer let go of Dan Lambert. Dan Lambert got out of the ring. Lance Archer attacked Hangman Page with a clothesline, and then Lance Archer started beating the shit out of Hangman Page with a steel chair, and then Lance Archer executed the blackout to Hangman Page through the steel on the steel chair, and then Lance Archer stood tall while Hangman Page was laid out, and Dan Lambert was on stage smiling and looking on and everything. But I did forget that Dan Lambert compared Hangman Page to Terry Funk and Dory Funk Jr. as well. But that was cool. That was cool too. Tony Schiavone interviewed Arn Anderson along with the Nightmare Family, which are Brock Anderson and Lee Johnson. And Tony Schiavone was saying, Arn, you've got your hands full because you've got Cody Rhodes, who's the AEW TNT champion. And what about this tag team of Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson? What do you have to say about that? Arn Anderson said, well, Tony, I will say this. Lee Johnson and my boy Brock Anderson have stepped up. And I'm proud of you boys. So, and you can sense the opportunity, you can smell the opportunity, you can even feel the opportunity, because right now, you're in Horseman country. Well, Tully Blanchard and FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, came along, and Cash Wheeler was saying, that's exactly right, because you are in Horseman country. Well, Cash Wheeler, as FTR and Tully Blanchard came along, Cash Wheeler was saying that's right. That's exactly right, Arn. And Tully Blanchard was saying, Arn, you're exactly right. We are in Horseman country. and we can sense it, we can feel it, we can taste it. But one thing you got to do, Arn, is get rid of all that dead weight and come join us. And then Dax Harwood was saying, and I'll make sure, Arn, that I'm a better son to you than Brock Anderson. And Arn Anderson was saying, then Arn Anderson was getting pissed off and was saying, no, that's my boy. And then Dax Harwood made the challenge. Well, FTR made the challenge to the Nightmare family. Well, FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, made the challenge to Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson of the Nightmare family and everything. And then FTR was saying, so what do you say, boys? You want to fight us next week? And then Brock Anderson was saying, Brock Anderson said, I'm perfectly fine with that, because Brock Anderson said, I'm perfectly fine with that. What about you, Lee? Lee Johnson said, let's go. So Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson done a fist bump, and Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard shook hands. Cash Wheeler said, bye, guys. And then Dax Harwood said, see you later, Dad. And then FTR and Tully Blanchard left while Arn Anderson and the Nightmare family were looking on and everything as well. That was cool. AEW aired a video package of Jade Cargill and Mark Sterling gloating on about Jade Cargill's win over AEW aired a video package of Jade Cargill and Mark Sterling gloating on about Jade Cargill winning the TBS women's title and everything, and also aired a vignette of Jade Cargill's victory over Ruby Soho for the TBS women's title and everything. That was cool. Tony Schiavone interviewed Christian Cage and the Jurassic Express, which are Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, and Tony Schiavone. Wait a minute. Tony Schiavone interviewed Christian Cage and the Jurassic Express, which are Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, and Tony Schiavone and Tony Schiavone brought up about the Jurassic Express getting a victory over the Lucha Brothers, which are Rey Fenix and Penta El Cerro Miedo, last week for the AEW Tag Team titles and everything. And then Christian Cage brought up, then Christian Cage was saying, that's right, Tony. And I'm proud of the Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. But one thing I will say, I wish Rey Fenix the best in his recovery from his injury. And then Jungle Boy was saying, since Luchasaurus and I are now the AEW Tag Team Champions, we're open to face all challengers and everything. And then the Dark Order, which are John Silver and Alex Reynolds, came along, and Alex Reynolds was saying, so let me get this straight. You're looking for competition? And John Silver was saying, yeah, are you looking for competition? And then Christian Cage was saying, that's what Jungle Boy just said. And then John Silver and Alex Reynolds was Alex Reynolds was going on talking shit, and then John Silver was saying, "Well, Jurassic Express, are y'all planning anything on Friday?" Jungle Boy and Jungle Boy said, "Nope, we're free." And John Silver said, "Well, how about this Friday on Rampage? John Silver and Alex Reynolds of the Dark Order versus you two, the Jurassic Express, for the AEW Tag Team titles." Jungle Boy said, "Challenge accepted." And Luchasaurus said, "Yeah." And so the Jurassic Express and the Dark Order, Christian Cage and the Jurassic Express, which are Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, and the Dark Order, which are John Silver and Alex Reynolds, stared each other down and everything. That was cool. Tony Schiavone interviewed Layla Hirsch, Red Velvet, and Chris Statlander, and Tony Schiavone brought up to Chris Statlander saying, "Chris Statlander, not only do you have a match teaming with Red Velvet and Layla Hirsch against in a trios match on Rampage Friday night, but you will also be teaming with Orange Cassidy against Adam Cole and Dr. Britt Baker DMD next week on Dynamite. How are you going to be able to focus on all this?" And then Chris Statlander was saying, "Tony, yes, I will be facing your friend Britt Baker." And then Chris Statlander started talking a little shit, and then Layla Hirsch was saying, "Chris, why the disrespect? Like, why are you being selfish? Like, you got a match teaming with Red Velvet and I on Rampage, then you got a match teaming with Orange Cassidy against Adam Cole and Britt Baker on Dynamite. So how, like, all Tony's wanting to know is how are you going to focus?" And Chris Statlander said, "Look, Layla, I can do it. I've done it before. I'll do it again. I am capable of taking care of myself, so let me do what I want to do." And Red Velvet, so Chris Statlander and Layla Hirsch were arguing, and Chris Statlander and Layla Hirsch were arguing, and Red Velvet got in the way and said, "Chris, Layla, chill out. Because we got a match to prepare for Friday night on Rampage, and I want you both to be on the same page, and I want this to go smooth. Are you both in?" Then Chris Statlander held out her fist, and then Layla Hirsch, laid out her fist, and then Chris Statlander and Layla Hirsch gave each other a fist bump, and then Layla Hirsch walked off while Chris Statlander and Red Velvet looked on and everything. That was cool. Pac cut a promo talking about how he went to the doctor, and the doctor said that he may never be able to see again and everything. And then Pac talked about how Malachi Black blinded him and everything. And then Pac was talking about how even though Malachi Black may have blinded him and everything, it made him see a lot and everything as well. And Pac was talking about how he can see clearly now, even though he's been blinded and everything. And Pac talked about once he returns to AEW, he's going to take out Malachi Black and beat the shit out of him and everything, as long as his vision is still going good and he's still able to see clear and everything. That was cool. and Tony Schiavone interviewed Matt Hardy along with Private Party, which are Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy, and Tony Schiavone brought up to Matt Hardy saying, Matt, things didn't go as planned for you tonight in your match against Penta El Zero Miedo. Are you okay? Matt Hardy said, no, Tony, I'm not okay. Because maybe I'm focused too much on the future of AEW. Maybe I need to start focusing more on myself, because there needs to be a change in this for myself in this company and everything. And then Andrade El Idolo and Jose came along, and Andrade El Idolo said, Amigo, relax. You don't need to worry about Penta El Zero Miedo, because that's Malachi Black's business, not yours. But let me tell you something, Matt, amigo. You love money, right? Matt Hardy said, yes, I love money. Andrade El Idolo said, well, I love money too. You're a businessman. I'm a businessman. So, how about we make a team? How about we make a proposition to each other? Matt Hardy said, okay, well, my office is down this way, so let's go to my office and talk, because these people don't deserve to hear our conversation. And then Private Party and Jose were getting ready to come along, but Matt Hardy told Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy to stay back. And Matt Hardy told Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy to stay back, and Andrade El Idolo told Jose. Well, Matt Hardy told Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy to stay back, and Andrade El Idolo told Jose to stay back. So Private Party and Jose stayed back, while Matt Hardy and Andrade El Idolo went to Matt Hardy's office and everything. That was cool. Now, besides all that, Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur. Now, besides all that, Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur. Now, besides all that, Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur done commentary throughout the whole show. They done awesome as usual. The referees for the event were Rick Knox. Hold on. Wait a minute. Now, besides all the matches and the promos and the segments and everything, Jim Ross, Tony... Now, besides all that, Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur done commentary throughout the whole show. They done awesome as usual. And Taz done guest commentary along with Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur during the match between Dante Martin versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Taz done awesome on guest commentary. And the referees for the event were Rick Knox, Paul Turner, Bryce Remsburg, and Aubrey Edwards. Okay. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between CM Punk versus Wardlow. Rick Knox refereed the match between Dante Martin versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Paul Turner refereed the match between Serena Deeb versus Hikaru Shida. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Penta El Zero Miedo versus Matt Hardy. Paul Turner refereed the match between The Acclaimed, which are Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, versus Bear Country, which are Bear Bronson and Bear Boulder. And Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between Sammy Guevara versus Daniel Garcia for the interim AEW TNT title. Oh, the referee's done awesome as usual. Now, the match card that's been announced for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite next week, it's going to be Sting and Darby Allin versus The Acclaimed, which are Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. CM Punk versus Shawn Spears. FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler versus the Nightmare Family, which are Brock Anderson and Lee Johnson. Adam Cole and Britt Baker versus the Best Friends, which are Orange Cassidy and Chris Statlander. And Serena Deeb versus Sky Blue. Those are the matches that have been announced so far. Those are the matches that have been announced. Now, besides the matches that have been announced, Cody Rhodes will be returning to AEW on Dynamite as well. So the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite Wednesday night looks like it's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see it. I'm looking forward to it. And the match card that's been announced for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage tomorrow night. And the match card that's been announced for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage for tomorrow night, it's going to be the Jurassic Express, which are Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, versus the Dark Order, which are John Silver and Alex Reynolds, for the AEW Tag Team titles. Adam Cole versus Trent Beretta. Shawn Spears versus Andrew Everett. And Chris Statlander, Red Velvet, and Layla Hirsch versus Nyla Rose, The Bunny, and Penelope Ford. Those are the matches that have been announced. Now, besides the matches that have been announced, we will be hearing more. AEW will be getting more into the storyline feud between Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Martinez. So the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage tomorrow night looks like it's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see it. Looking forward to it. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a while and give them a review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite from last night, which was January 12th, 2022. Like I said, it was awesome from start to finish. And with that being said, my name is Austin Honecker, and I will catch your ass down the road. Peace out.